Every generation has its Frankenstein, and every Frankenstein reveals something about its generation. It is, after all, a tale of the creator and the creation. Frankenstein's creature is a little like the Mona Lisa. He's everywhere, and shapeshifts into whatever people need him to be. But the basic elements are almost always the same. His green skin, square head, and bolts coming out of his neck, the grunting, the lumbering gait. And well, not much beyond that.
We don't really know you.
A recent stage adaptation of the Shakespeare Theatre of New Jersey is making the case that the monster Mary Shelley introduced to us over 2 centuries ago is very different from the one we've gotten used to.
One of the things with Mary Shelley's Frankenstein that keeps coming back over and over again is the humanity of the monster. This character has a brilliant mind that in the course of a year teaches himself to speak and to read and reads Paradise Lost and the Bible and Shakespeare.
But then ironically, you have James Whale's 1931 cinematic version, which removes so much of the humanity.
A blockbuster movie that reached pretty much every human on the planet. It can be very loosely interpreted.
So, what happened in the last century of Frankenstein adaptations? And did a small theater in New Jersey finally get it right?
In that unmapped region, my foot, my heart, and my eyes may now finally fall. Break boundaries. Crack! Let light in. Let night out. Banish darkness, be gone! Let light in life flood forth, and darkness drown! Nothing? I now understood things that only God had known. I had only to put that understanding into practice, into being.
At the heart of every version is a scientist with the ambition to play God. Mary Shelley's warning against the blind hubris in all of us is perhaps Frankenstein's most enduring trope.
You know how I cracked it? I don't know how you did any of this.
If you only knew of my plan in just 7 days, I can make you a man. I know what it feels like to be God.
Mary Shelley does not describe the moment of animation in great detail, but no scene has been more palpably exciting to the imagination of filmmakers, who themselves create life where there was none. This defining moment, when the scientist crosses the threshold from sanity into madness, from man into monster, has enraptured us for generations. We know it's wrong, but we can't look away.
It's alive! It's alive!
It's alive. Oh God! No, I mock you! I reject you! I reject you!
When you put a Frankenstein monster on screen, you want the monster. The monster is the part that is so fun to explore visually.
Holy ugly. Who's the lumbering sad sack?
That's my creation. He's kind of a pain in the ass.
Lately, though, something's been happening with our monsters.
Monsters have gone from menacing to misunderstood, where they've gone from beings whose monstrosity is grounds for their capacity to evoke fear to monstrosity as a grounds for empathy.
Don't hurt us!
Mary Shelley's Frankenstein really predates the big explosion that you find right now.
When designing the creature, we wanted something that allowed for great movement, and we did want to make sure that we were not losing the ability for the actor to be expressive physically and facially. A sense of soul, of life, of something beyond the monstrous to this creature.
See what a wretched outcast I am. I am similar to them, but also strangely unlike them.
Mary Shelley is the key anchor for this entire story. So the framing device for this piece is how Mary Shelley planted the seeds for what would become Frankenstein.
Her mother passed away when she was like 11 days old, so she never knew her. She had a few babies who passed away.
And it's very intentionally set up to kind of weave in between the two. Like, what maybe was she working through with this story?
In the novel, isolation is the overwhelming theme, the isolation of the creator and the isolation of the creation.
I will make you so wretched that the light of day shall be hateful to you.
Nobody has really tried to explore that in a big way.
I've been looking for a Frankenstein script for about 20 years, but none of them really kind of sparked my interest the way this one does.
Spark, you say?
Spark, I say.
By returning to Mary Shelley's classic story, with its fleshed-out, intelligent creation, what is old becomes new again. And there's nothing more Frankensteinian than that.
The human heart can endure suffering. For a while, at least.
I think the sympathetic turn echoes a larger cultural change over the last 70 years in particular, a greater recognition of the humanity in the different or the other. This is the same trend that is behind the rise of disability rights, behind the gay rights movement, second wave and third wave feminism, the civil rights movement. All of these are about a reorientation in how we view the other and the marginalized. We needed the monster that was created by human hubris and human weakness. The sympathetic turn has reshifted, relocated monstrosity from the monstrous to the people who deny humanity in the monstrous.
Questions about morality, a lack of humanity, of rejection. If that's not the question of humankind, then what is? And no story, in my opinion, deals with these questions like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
The theater's a much more exciting place, I think, to see things than, I mean, as much as I love film, there's something very different when you're in the room breathing the same air as the people who are telling the story.
To sit here and have the monster look right at you and not just be scared, but see what that monster is thinking, hear what he is saying, and then feel what he is feeling. You can't get that feeling anywhere else outside of a theater.
My favorite line of the show, it's not one that's said by the creature, but it's one of Mary Shelley's lines. The human heart is fragile. It must be held with care with two gentle hands. And that line gets me every single time. It's one of my favorites.